This is not weakness.
This is biology. Your nervous system was never meant to carry everything alone.
But modern culture often tells you the opposite.
Be independent. Be self-made. Need no one.
Fix yourself.
Heal yourself. Motivate yourself. Love yourself. Build yourself.
And some of that is useful.
But taken too far, it becomes a very strange demand.
Because no human is self-made.
Every word in your head was taught by someone.
Every skill came from someone.
Every meal exists because someone grew, transported, cooked, sold, or delivered something. Even the idea of being independent was given to you by a culture made by other people.
The self-made human is a myth.
Humans are assembled from relationships,
And when those relationships disappear,
something in us starts to come apart.
this is why people can have
Everything and still feel lonely. A good apartment, a job,
a routine.
a phone full of contacts, a city full of people, and still no one who really sees them.
No one who would notice quickly if something changed. No one who hears the real answer after asking,
How are you?
modern loneliness is not always having no people around. Sometimes it is having no place where you are fully expected, no fire to return to, no circle that automatically makes room, no group that says, without needing to say it, you are one of us.
And that may be what humans miss most. Not constant company, not noise,
Not crowds, belonging.
the feeling that your absence would be noticed.
The feeling that your life is
Held in the minds of other people.
the feeling that you do not have to prove your right to be there. For 300,000 years,
This was not a luxury. It was the ground human life stood on.
then, slowly,
We changed the structure. Agriculture made settlements larger.
cities made strangers normal.
Industry moved people away from families.
Modern work separated time from community.
Screens gave us contact without presence.
And now many people live in a world where they are more reachable than ever. And less held than ever.
That is the strange bargain. We gained privacy. We gained mobility.
We gained freedom from the tribe.
But we also lost something so basic that many people cannot even name it.
The ordinary safety of being surrounded by people who know you. Maybe that is why loneliness hurts so much.
Not because you were broken.
Not because you are needy,
Not because you failed to become independent enough.
but because somewhere inside you,
An ancient alarm is still working.
it is telling you that humans survive together.
That pain is supposed to be shared.
That joy is supposed to be witnessed. That children are supposed to be raised by
More than one exhausted person.
That grief is supposed to have
Hands around it. That stories are supposed to be heard by a circle.
and that a life lived
Entirely alone may be possible, but it does not feel fully human.
We often imagine ancient people as poor,
Because they had so little. No electricity.
no medicine, no cars,
No internet. No supermarkets.
but many of them had something modern people spend their lives searching for. A place in the group,
A role. A fire. A name spoken by others.
a night surrounded by breathing bodies.
A morning where nobody had to ask if they belonged.
We traded much of that for privacy,
For comfort. For control. For doors that lock.
for rooms of our own.
And maybe some of that was worth it.
But when the room gets quiet,
And the phone stops glowing. And the day ends without anyone really knowing what happened inside you.
your body remembers.
It remembers that silence used to mean something was wrong.
It remembers that being alone used to be dangerous.
It remembers the fire, the voices,
The circle.
the faces turning toward you. For most of human history, loneliness was a signal to return.
Not a lifestyle.
And maybe that is what we forgot.
We were never meant to live inside our own separate worlds. We were meant to find each other in the dark.
And stay close enough to hear someone breathing.